Welcome back. And from Wrigley Field, the Cubs, the Dodgers, Game 3. Cubs going for the sweep. Slightly different look to Craig Counsell's lineup. Pete Crow Armstrong is the DH. For more on that, downstairs at T-Mac.
Boog, this is just the second time in his major league career that he's DH, and I was asking about it, his routine pregame, and he said, I don't think I've ever done it before. I had to remind him last year in Atlanta in September that he did. He said, look, I'm not going to overthink this. I'm going to do everything that I traditionally would to prepare to hit. But the Cubs able to do this because of the newly acquired Tyrone Taylor. We documented yesterday, this is a guy who crushes lefties, so it made all the sense in the world with Eric Lauer on the mound, a left-handed pitcher, to get Tyrone Taylor in the mix, and it helps that he's good and versatile defensively, Boog.
Yeah, no doubt. A very good defender out there. Can play all three outfield spots. And so, Shota Imanaga leading the Cubs out onto the field. And he'll have Tyrone Taylor in center. Little showtime on a Wednesday afternoon. And JD, he has been so good of late. And as the season has gone on, he continues to tweak things. He had a stretch where he was really pitching away from his fastball. It started to spike back up a tiny bit, but you know, we've seen him in different stretches go four-seam heavy. Right now, he is hitting all the marks.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of things. You know, he's so a fastball splitter happy that, you know, the tendency is to get locked in with those two pitches. So he's been mixing in maybe the slider a little bit more. Occasionally he'll throw a sinker, just trying to be a little more or a little less predictable. He doesn't walk people. The splitter still the swing and miss pitch for him. And, you know, he's always been a fly ball guy, but a little less so this year. His ground ball rate higher this year than it's been in the past.
So Imanaga facing the Dodgers here today, and Shota going up against one of the better lineups in all of baseball. Ohtani up top, he's the DH, followed by Andy Paez and Freddie Freeman. Edman, who is so dangerous when he's hitting right-handed, that'll be the case today. For Dave Roberts, it'll be Kyle Tucker, then Mookie Betts. Muncy Rojas, one of their World Series heroes, he'll start at second base, and Hunter Fiducia will do the catching.
Well, always fun. We'll see Shohei versus Shota here. There's, as you would expect, a lot of Japanese media in town for this series.
Ohtani measuring out his spot in the batter's box, saying hello to pretty much everyone.
A bow from each. On guard.
And let's go. Imanaga in our first pitch of the game. And that's way high.
So, after the pleasantries, and buzzes his tower. Kind of a smirk from Ohtani.
Yeah. I think it was sort of a mock stare down.
Yeah. It's really not that far in, but it was chin high.
The 1-0. Strike on the outside corner, says Eric Backus. Ohtani at 32 years old. Imanaga at 32 years old. And that one fouled away. Did that get Eric Backus?
I wonder if maybe the backswing maybe got him. Something got him. Might have been a little yelp from Eric that got Ohtani's attention.
Go through the
five
legs.
Hole, yeah.
And that one tapped foul.
Ohtani doesn't really yield against left-handed pitching. He's hitting .296 against lefties with a .932 OPS. 10 of his 24 home runs have come against lefties, and I'm sure he sees a far number of more right-handed pitchers than lefties.
1-2.
Woo. He's trying to shave that outside corner, and a little bit off the plate.
So now it's 2-2. Imanaga, see that high target? And what's he go with here? The count 3-2 on Ohtani. Payoff pitch. That is drilled right field, and it's gone. A line drive homer to right, and Ohtani gives the Dodgers a 1-0 lead on a 110.2-mile-an-hour missile.
He is so big and strong. He's had some hits in this series, but he hasn't been hitting the ball hard up until this point. This is just a misfire with that fastball. I think they're trying to go back out away from him, and he leaves it belt high over the middle of the plate.
So 1-0 Dodgers. Ohtani with his 25th, and now it's Andy Pages. And the curveball drops in there for a strike. Well, home runs allowed, that's been an issue for Shota. That's the 25th he's allowed. And it's been an issue for this Cubs staff. Pages has put up good numbers this year, an all-star for the first time. In the air out towards right center, and Taylor calls off Suzuki. One down, folks. AbbVie and the Chicago Cubs are teaming up to strike out cancer. Roughly 241 Americans are diagnosed with cancer every hour. For each Cubs strikeout at Wrigley Field this season, AbbVie will donate $241 to Cubs charities. AbbVie, people, passion, possibilities. One away, and it's Freddie Freeman. First pitch swinging, bounces it foul. He's been red hot, riding a 14-game hit streak. In the air, left center field. Taylor back near the wall, and he jumps and makes the catch.
There is a helping breeze here this afternoon, helping to center and to right field. Good work here by Taylor. Staying with it up against the ivy. Let's see what the wind is doing here this afternoon. Oh. Well, it's kind of actually turned around a little bit from when we looked earlier today. It's blowing out more to left than it was earlier.
First one to Tommy Edman, a sweeper that misses. Ball one. Edman missed the beginning chunk of the season coming back from right ankle surgery. He was limited in the playoffs last year due to that ankle injury. In fact, was on the IL for a good bit of last year with it. Had off-season surgery in November. Didn't debut until June 17th. The 2-0. And that's in there for a strike. Swing and a miss. There's the splitter. It is career Tommy Edman, an 810 OPS, hitting right-handed.
He's been good from both sides of the plate this year, but more dangerous from this side. Hit the 3-run home run here the other night off Matthew Boyd to get things started. And a lot of damage against the Cubs.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. So Imanaga gives up the homer to Ohtani, but bounces back to get the next three. Cubs will come up to hit when we come back. 1-0 Dodgers. Set to lead things off for the Cubs. Here's the lineup. PCA, Suzuki, and Bregman. Pete will be the DH. Kelly, Bush, and Horner. Happ starts in left, Swanson at short, Taylor out there in center. And the Cubs lead the majors in OPS as a team against lefties. Their lefties hit lefties, their righties hit lefties.
Yeah, there's been a lot of damage against the Portsiders. And we take a look at Eric Lauer. First round pick of the Padres back in 2016 out of Kent State. He too a fly ball guy. He's allowed 20 home runs in 88 innings. He does not generate a lot of swings and misses, nor does he strike many guys out.
Lauer ready to work. That is hammered center field. That's back on its way out of here. We got an in-game MVP race. Ohtani goes deep. Now PCA does. And it's 1-1.
How about that for a response? First pitch of the ball game from Lauer, PCA. So I'm the designated hitter. All hit. 420 feet. Game on.
Your best player, our best player. And ball one to Seiya Suzuki for PCA, and it's home run number 25.
Closing in on that 30-30 club. He's swiped 28 bases.
Suzuki lifts this one in the air, left field. And Edman makes the catch.
Home run replay is brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. And boom, first pitch of the ball game, PCA unloads. Talked a lot about his more disciplined approach at the plate, but that doesn't mean he's passive. You throw it in there, he's going to be ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things, he did that on the first pitch. But this year's first pitch swing rate has dropped pretty considerably. His in-zone swing rate has dropped pretty considerably. But he is still ready to swing. It is a very discerning approach, but certainly not passive. That's hammered, but curling foul. Bregman waffles that one into the corner, and 1-2.
The cutter there from Lauer didn't have much action on it. He's not going to beat you with velo. It's average fastball velocity around 91 miles an hour. Cutter, change, curve, and slider. So he's got a wide assortment of offerings.
Craig Counsell familiar with him. Lauer pitched a good chunk of time with the Brewers. He's 31 years old, from Grafton, Ohio. He pitched his college ball at Kent State. The 2-2. Any other big leaguers go to Kent State?
Well,
JD?
you know, that's the fine institution that Steve Stone matriculated to back in the day. Thurman Munson as well, I think Munson is a Kent State guy.
I believe that's correct. The 2-2. Hammered, foul.
Curveball just rolled up there. Yeah, Thurman Munson, Boog, Al Oliver, Andrew Chafin, Dustin Hermanson. Should I keep reading?
Sure.
We're good.
2-2. Outside. We've got a report downstairs. Oh, look at that.
Off the ricochet.
You waited for it to stop rolling and then you catch it. What was that again? Can you have the ricochet? Give me the ricochet again. The ricochet. That is amazing. Just one more time, T-Mac, the ricochet.
Okay, so it was in slow motion and then in fast motion.
Oh, boy. Three-two. Line drive, slicing out into right center, and Pages. He's made some plays in this series, JD.
Yeah, at least three of them kind of like that one right there. Sinking line drive, thought maybe base hit for Bregman, who continues to hit the ball in that direction. There's always that moment where the outfielder has to make up his mind. Am I going to lay out for this or play it safe? He opts for plan A, and it pays off.
There's a strike to Carson Kelly. Kelly starting to find his power stroke. As Carson has now hit 7 homers. And he has really clobbered left-handed pitching this year. .322 against the lefties, 5 homers out of the 7, and a .556 slug. In the air, softly hit, right field, falling, falls for a hit. He dunks that one out into right in front of Tucker. It's a 2-out single.
Kind of a miss hit and a little flare, but a knock nonetheless for Carson. Dumps it in front of Tucker. I'll take it.
And here's Michael Busch going high Sox.
Not going anywhere.
Carson 0 for 1 in the stolen base department. Carson, by the way, JD, in his career, he has stolen 5 of 6.
Yeah. He's very selective when he decides to go.
Just super efficient. I mean, it's not Yan Gomes. Yan Gomes 8 for 8 in his big league career.
Umpire Tendencies is brought to you by UI Health. Eric Backus, 5 years of big league service time. He's considered pitcher friendly, not very pitcher friendly, but just pitcher friendly. And keep an eye on pitches to inside to the left-handed hitters. Only a 3.1 challenges per game and only 44.8 overturned. So
he also has dual citizenship between the U.S. and Switzerland. Speaks some German and fluent in Swiss German.
Yeah, what's the story there? What was the
first generation born in the U.S. His mom's from Switzerland, dad's from British Guyana. They met in D.C. in the 80s when his dad was working and mom worked for a French diplomat as an au pair.
Oh man, yeah. That's a good backstory right there.
Thanks. 0-2.
Well, she's been good against left-handed pitching this year, significantly better than last year. Of course, he didn't get a ton of opportunities last season.
The 1-2 on the ground, and Rojas takes it in and throws him out. Well, an eventful first inning. Shohei Ohtani unloads. Dodgers take a 1-0 lead. PCA says hello, and we're tied at 1.
Kevin Gausman is here, and he was activated this afternoon. So Antoine Kelly, the corresponding roster move, has been optioned to AAA Iowa. Kevin will get the start Friday in Kansas City, and then following him on Saturday will be Clay Holmes. So both of them super fired up. And Boog, JD, the thing that both of them said, we're so excited to pitch in front of this defense. So we can ask him about that when he joins us via headset coming up in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, looking forward to that. So we'll talk with Kevin Gausman coming up. Kirk Counsell with some new arms in the rotation. And I mean, look, ultimately there's probably going to be some hurt feelings.
Speaking of hurt feelings,
holy cow.
Steady barrage of boos for Kyle Tucker here.
I mean, they booed him like he stole the 2016 World Series trophy.
He homered in last night's game. It's the only run that Assad allowed.
JD, speaking of homers, we've got a nugget.
Yep.
Stand by.
Standing.
Popped up. Bregman, Swanson, Hat, Swanson, Swanson. This is the nugget. Second game at Wrigley Field in the last 50 years with a leadoff homer by the Cubs and the opposition. May 1st, 2018, Charlie Blackmon and Anthony Rizzo. I'm thinking
a little surprising, right? You think
Yeah.
it would have happened a little bit more frequently?
No doubt.
Last 50 years. What year is this? 2026. So going back to 76.
Yeah.
Okay.
T-Mac was probably at that game, but as the Rockies reporter.
I was. I actually remember that game. There was a duck on the field. So pregame, this duck kept walking around my pregame shot. I have the photo if you're curious, Boop.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you text that to me, Taylor.
Yeah.
That's what I remember about that game.
One down, Mookie Betts at the plate. Betts. Been a tough year offensively. At just .223.
That's back when Riz was the self-proclaimed best leadoff hitter in the history of baseball.
Fly ball foul as Betts evens the count 2-2. Well, Shohei Ohtani making start number 23. And he's had a real good run of it lately. His last 9 an ERA of 2.09. This year contrasted with last year, the velocity is up. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into left center. Happ will take it in. Betts is aboard with 1 out.
Yeah, showed a lot closer to his form of his rookie season 2024 when he was an all-star than last year. This is a little bit of a mistake with a breaker, though. It's belly button high, inner half. That's not really a threat to run like he used to be. Only stolen 1 base this year. It's not a big part of the formula for the Dodgers.
No. No, the Dodgers are 28th out of 30 teams in total stolen bases and 20th in stolen base rate.
They hit for average. They slug. They take their walks.
This guy at the plate is a beast. Max Muncy, you see him adjusting his glasses. He got glasses last year. He tested them out through the whole month of April, not in game, and then finally April 30th in Miami he tried them, and he hit a homer in his first at bat wearing glasses, and he's worn them ever since. Close play over there. But I mean, you talk about, you know, we find all these endpoints with stats, right? This guy's hot over this stretch, and yeah, close play. His move has gotten quick.
So Max went on a little bit of a post glasses run, did he?
Well, since April 30th of 2025, he's 8th in the majors in OPS. Get your eyes checked, kids.
Eat your carrots. Despite those numbers we told you about Betts, Shota keeping a close eye on Mookie over there.
Yeah.
2 disengagements. He might be inclined to try it now.
On the ground, foul. Shota rubbing up a new baseball. Imanaga had a Muncy 1-2, 1 out. Betts at first. We're tied at 1 in the second. And Muncy fouls it back. See Imanaga pushing the buttons on his glove, so he has an idea of what he'd like to throw here. And lets Carson Kelly know. 1-2. Here comes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he went with the sinker.
There goes two-seam fastball up above the hands. I don't know if that was the intent. I think it's a little difficulty locating his fastball here today. It's an interesting look that the Dodgers are running a lineup out there with 5 left-handed bats. Something a guy like Imanaga would rarely see. It might take him off his game a little bit because, you know, in a lineup that is stacked with righties, he gets pretty comfortable with that four-seamer splitter combo. Probably feels like he's forced to use his slider a little bit more. This is a guy, Rojas, who's always been good against lefties.
Line drive and a base hit into left field. Rojas, the veteran, with the knock. He had that season-saving home run with 1 out in the 9th in Game 7 of the World Series.
And then he made the game-saving play, the series-saving play defensively. This is a splitter that just doesn't do much. Just hovers over the heart of the plate at the belt.
And now it's Hunter Fiducia. Their catching combo right now is Hunter Fiducia and Ben Rortvedt.
A couple guys they just picked up at the trade deadline. Will Smith has been on the IL for a good while. Dalton Rushing, who had taken over as the primary catcher, just went on the IL himself. So they were in the market for backstops, and they went out and got a couple of guys who have experience with the Dodgers. Neither one of them is a great offensive threat. I think the priority was get guys who knew this pitching staff and that the pitching staff would be comfortable with.
Dave Roberts leading a Dodgers team in his 11th year. He's won the World Series 3 times, each of the last 2 seasons and 2020. The 2-1. By the way, JD entering today 27.5% of the plate appearances against Imanaga were by lefty hitters. Coop, I would bet that's probably right in line with the league. Probably somewhere in that range. Line drive, right field. And caught. Probably a little under. Hey, there's the duck. There's Taylor waving at the duck. Kevin Gausman is going to join us when we come back. Quack.
He will go 5 2/3. And the ovation is beginning, and undoubtedly is going to get louder and louder in appreciation not only of what he's done today, obviously, but what he's done for this team for the last 5 years as Kevin Gausman quite possibly walks off this mound for the final time.
Well, that our Prevagen memorable moment. Kevin Gausman final start in a Jays uniform this past Saturday at Rogers Center, and Kevin Gausman joins us now down in the dugout. Welcome to Chicago. That had to be a pretty cool moment.
Yeah, it was cool. You know, you never really know. You know, I didn't know if it was going to be my last one, but man, they sent me off in such a cool way. You know, it's such a special time being there for as long as we were, and yeah, you know, but now it's a new chapter, and we're excited to be here.
And I know Jed Hoyer has talked to you about the idea that you've been kind of his white whale. I mean, going back to the days when you were in Baltimore, he and Theo Epstein were trying to get you.
Yeah, it's funny. When I told my wife, hey, we're going to the Cubs, she said, you know, it's about time. It seemed like when we were in Baltimore, you know, it seemed like every offseason or even around the, you know, the trade deadline, for whatever reason, the Cubs would always kind of be circled around my name or whatever. And yeah, so it's kind of cool that we're finally here.
We got your resume up on the board, and it's a very impressive one, Kevin. So talk a little bit about the transition to a new club. Obviously, you know, the Cubs are right in the middle of this playoff chase. What are the biggest challenges in front of you, just getting to know your teammates and settling in here?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little strange, you know, to go from you know, being with a group of guys that I've known really well for a long time, and now it's a new group. But you know, more than anything, it's the same game. Like, the goal is the same goal. It's to go win a championship, and everybody feels the same way about doing whatever they have to do that. And so I'm really excited to get to know these guys. And you know, I've met them. I'm still kind of putting faces to names and whatnot. But man, it's just it's different here. You know, everybody's excited. There's something in the air, you know, and these guys are all playing for each other, and they're really excited to go out and play. And I've only been here for 2 days, but man, they're a fun team to watch.
You should walk around with like name tags passing them out. Hi, my name is Kevin, and what's your name?
Yeah,
that would make things a lot easier. That's for sure.
We'll advocate for that. We'll talk to Counts about it. The team on the other side you are quite familiar with.
Yes,
I know it was a disappointing end, but how thrilling was it to play in that postseason and in the World Series?
Yeah, I mean, it's so much fun. I wish every big leaguer could get the chance to play in the World Series, because that's what we all dreamt of growing up. That's what we thought of in the backyard. You know, we weren't thinking about, you know, day games that didn't necessarily mean anything. We were thinking about, you know, Game 1 or Game 7 and coming up in a big spot or striking out a guy in a big spot. And so, you know, what a cool moment. You know, really cool for me, because, you know, that was my 14th year last year. So doing one thing for 13 years and then finally getting to be one of the last two teams was a lot of fun. And I mean, what a great World Series it was too. I was just talking to Conforto, like, man, it's got to be one of the best of all time.
No doubt.
When you think about it, and just so many crazy things that happened. Game 6, Game 7. You know, it was just a lot of fun. Toronto was absolutely electric, and you know, Dodger Stadium was great as well. So, you know, just a really cool experience. Obviously, I wish it would have ended differently, but you know, still a lot of fun to be a part of that.
And not just Toronto, but the whole country, right? The Jays are Canada's team.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's one thing. Honestly, when I signed with Toronto, I didn't really understand that. You know, but the more time you're there, you're going on the road, you know, playing in Seattle and seeing more blue than Seattle blue, you know, just really cool. You know, Detroit, like anywhere that's kind of close to the border, the Blue Jays fans are going to be there. And then, you know, last year with the run that we went on, it seemed like the whole country just kind of fell in love with the team, and for good reason. There was a lot of guys that, you know, Ernie Clement, most postseason hits ever, you know, Vladdy really carried the team, and you know, so many cool moments. Max Scherzer, you know, yelling at the manager to leave him in. Like, so many cool things that, you know, I'll look back and really cherish my time there, but especially last year.
Yeah, it was a very, very likable group, no question about it. And you guys, man, that World Series, Game 7, it was incredible.
Yes, it was. Yeah, I wish, like I said, I wish it would have ended a little different. I wish Rojas would have bobbled that ball and maybe thrown it to the backstand. But you know, it is what it is. You know, that's baseball, right? Like, game of inches, and came down to, you know, maybe an inch or two, and we might be feeling a lot different right now. But you know, that's what's beautiful about the game.
All right, we're going to show the play, unfortunately, where Rojas, backpedals and then to the plate, and then they call out, and it's reviewed. Could you imagine, upon further review, the Toronto Blue Jays have won? That was what was on the table there.
Yeah, and it was close too. I mean, it was about as close as it could possibly get. That'll go Dansby.
There's Nico around third on his way to the plate. Dansby an RBI double, and the Cubs have the lead. It's 2-1.
Dansby has 6 out of 8 in this series. He hit 3 balls really hard yesterday, including a home run. So maybe getting ready to go on one of those Dansby heaters. This double is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. Having Gosman, instant offense. Cubs cross home plate, now have the lead.
You know, it's funny, my 5-year-old, after the first game here, I believe we scored 10 runs and beat them in game 1.
Yep.
My 5-year-old was kind of poking me a little bit and said, I like the Cubs. They can beat the Dodgers. And it was kind of a stab to the heart a little bit, because right after she said the Blue Jays couldn't. And so that was a tough moment, but, it's been really fun to be here. And, man, this offense, this defense, and just the guys, like I said, the atmosphere, the environment, and Wrigley. I mean, this is baseball mecca. This is really cool.
Yeah, you're going to enjoy pitching in front of this crowd and in front of this defense.
Absolutely.
Let's rewind for a second. When I look at your career path, I mean, obviously, a 4th overall pick out of LSU, but you kind of hit a spot where when you went to the Giants and things sort of came together. What happened that allowed you the momentum where you've been so darn good the last 6-7 years?
Yeah, honestly, it's crazy. It's more so just a team realizing that I wasn't pitching the way I should. And honestly, it happened a little bit when I was in Atlanta. They kind of unlocked, like, hey, throw the split a lot, throw fastballs up in the zone, don't throw them down. And had a lot of success in 18. 19, I couldn't figure that out. But 2020, went to the Giants, figured it out. 2021, had a career year and first All-Star game. And, man, I've just, over time, I've just realized kind of what my strengths are, and I've really just kind of honed in on them. And it's I didn't really know it was going to end up being, a 2-pitch guy that's, throwing a split a lot, but man, the more that I've thrown it and the more I've got comfortable with it, it's just gotten better and better. And it's fun now to be at this point in my career where I know my strengths, I know what I need to do to have success, and now it's just about going out there and competing.
Fly ball right field, and Tucker makes the catch. Swanson will tag, and the throw is cut off. I thought I read somewhere, did you actually, the first time you learned the splitter was from a former high school coach? Is that right?
Yeah. Coach Chris Baum, he was my JV pitching coach. I couldn't throw a circle change, and he had pitched in the minor leagues for a couple years and kind of showed me the grip, and it's crazy because that's the same grip I've thrown ever since. And
wow.
It's gotten better. I've found some cues with it. Kind of how to subtract and add speeds to it and whatnot. It's just gotten better the more that I've thrown it. But, yeah, I mean, hats off to him because I don't know where I'd be without that pitch.
You send him a check on occasion?
we talk occasionally, and yeah, he definitely knows he did a lot for me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What do you think of this guy who's at the plate right now? Before our very eyes, he's blossoming into one of the best players in the sport.
Yeah, he's electric. He can beat you in so many ways. He's got power, he's got speed, really smart base runner, unbelievable outfielder. He's been really fun to watch, and I'm looking forward to watching him even more. But yeah, he's a superstar.
JD and I are idiots. You've taken a step down in terms of the play-by-play because you have Shulman out there, of course. But we like to come up with nicknames. What do you want to be called?
Usually Ghazi.
Ghazi.
Yeah, Ghazi or Gaz.
We were guessing Ghazi. Yeah.
Yeah, usually Ghazi or Gaz. Yeah.
JD nominated KG.
KG's up there, but when I hear KG, I think Kevin Garnett. I'm not a basketball player, so
I get you. I get you.
But I read this. Your dad was a longtime NCAA football referee, huh?
Yeah. My dad was the white hat referee for over 35 years. Did a lot of bowl games. My birthday is January 6th, and it's around bowl season, so he would take me to a bowl game just about every year for my birthday. And so football runs in the family. My uncle is an NFL side judge, and so they talk all the time, and my dad still does replay, so he knows the ins and out of an NCAA football rule book. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, so there's your side gig when you get done with this baseball thing.
That's right. I'll just sit up there and crush spread.
PCA, the RBI double. And the Cubs now have a 3-1 lead. You're from Colorado, so you're a Broncos fan?
I grew up watching Elway, so yes, I'm definitely a Broncos fan. I'll be honest, I'm a pretty fair weather Broncos fan.
Okay.
Last offseason, I was wearing Broncos stuff. I get it. Bo Nix was a lot of fun to watch, but we'll see. I'm more so college football, SEC. I live in Baton Rouge, so go to as many home LSU games as I can, and I'm definitely go Tigers through and through.
So what's the story when Bregman first came to visit LSU? You were the guy. You were his host. Is that right?
Yeah. So him and Joey Gallo came in on the same visit, and we'll just say we showed him a good time.
Liner to short, and Betts handles it. That. Ghazi, thank you so much. It's great to meet you. Great to have you on.
Nice to meet you guys. Thank you.
Joining us, he was great. That was fun.
Yeah, it was a good chat.
He is super comfortable. That's pretty amazing. He learned his splitter from his high school JV pitching coach.
Mm-hmm.
So now Imanaga back to work. And it's Shohei Ohtani who homered his first time.
Got a fastball up, middle-ish that he rode out of here.
Little tapper, and that's foul. Yeah, today we got the MVP battle between Ohtani and Pete Crow Armstrong. I mean, the slash line's pretty well even. And Pete with the advantage in terms of steals and obviously defense, and so WAR. Swing and a miss. Both guys hitting number 25 today.
Ohtani pulled off that one a little bit. He's got, his power is prodigious. He can go deep to any part of pretty much any ballpark.
But like if you're just right now, he's not pitching. So if the offense is that, how does Pete not win?
Because the voters don't pay attention to defense enough.
Okay. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
I mean, because you asked the question, how does he not win? So that would be probably,
that's a great answer.
That would probably be why. There's a good splitter, maybe the best one he's gotten off here today.
So Ohtani is gone, one away. No, that's a great answer. On the ground and into left field, base hit. Cubs lead at 3-1. We're in the top of the third.
Has been really good against left-handed pitching this year. He just drops the head on this middle-in fastball, solid single. can run a little bit. He's stolen 10 bases, but he's been caught 6 times.
That one bends outside to Freddie Freeman. Freeman flied to center his first time.
Freddie, one of those guys that hits the ball all over the diamond in the outfield, and they play him a little bit the other way. Taylor's a step or two towards left. It's weird to look out there and see someone other than PCA.
Yeah. Three and one now on Freeman. 10 times an All-Star, Gold Glover, won the MVP in 2020. Foul back.
He has defied the aging curve, continues to play at a really high level.
36 years old.
And the fact that he's a first baseman helps.
Yeah, no doubt. But he plays with a lot of joy. He's had some huge postseason moments. A walk-off grand slam in Game 1 of the 24 World Series. The walk-off homer in the 18th in last year's World Series.
I like to play around with the Baseball Reference, Boog.
Yep.
You know, they do those similarity scores.
Uh-huh.
When you look at Freddie Freeman, similar batters. Number 1 on the list is Todd Helton.
Wow.
Orlando Cepeda, Joey Votto, Jim Rice, Jeff Bagwell, among others. Billy Williams. So, certainly a Hall of Fame career for Freeman.
Line drive out into left center field and a base hit. And that is pretty classic Freddie Freeman. That's where he's trying to hit it every time. A line drive over to shortstop. He dunks that one in, and it's now hit 15 in a row.
Yeah, not that you can't beat him upstairs, but he's not the prototypical left-handed hitter who's looking for the ball down. He's more of a level swing. I mean, he doesn't crush this one, but it's that all-field approach that he has. Another splitter there to Edman, who looked bad. He took some bad swings at the splitter his first at bat. Should have punched him out. 1 of 3 strikeouts for Imanaga here today. %20 of Tommy Edman's career home runs have come against the Cubs. Right?
Jeez.
Crazy.
The 1-1 on the ground, foul.
Sixteen home runs of the 75 he has hit in his career. Not hit more than 8 against any other ball club.
In there and got him, and Edman will challenge.
Looked like he got the inside corner. Understand why Edman would challenge. It was close. There's a couple guys on base.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
It's a strike. Got one left.
Eric Backus, the home plate umpire you mentioned, he speaks French and what was the other?
He speaks a little bit of German, and he speaks Swiss German. Fluently.
So can you text him for later on in the year and tell him that when the next time he has to make an announcement to do it in Swiss German?
Yes, I will. Here's the pitch. And Tucker gets under that one, scoops it to center. Taylor makes the catch. Set to hit as the Cubs enjoying a 3-1 advantage. John Chambi, Jim DeShays, and one Taylor McGregor. Only one of them. There's Bregman now.
If there were two, you'd be in trouble.
Wow, would I? I mean, I'm in trouble with one. Let's be clear. Check swing. Bregman appeal to first. Did not go. That's Brian O'Nora.
Cutter moving down and in, and he was able to check it up.
On the ground, backhanded at third by Muncy. One hop, throws him out.
Lauer earlier this year with the Toronto Ball Club really struggled. Ultimately was put on waivers, and then the Dodgers picked him up for cash considerations. They were using an opener in front of him, and he was very vocal in his displeasure of that. I can't stand it. I hate it. Starting pitchers were a creature of habit.
Now, the one thing that is interesting is you look at what he did in a Blue Jays uniform, and the ERA was bad, and so was the FIP, his fielding independent pitching. But his FIP with the Dodgers isn't great. It's 5.13. It was 6.92 with Toronto. So in terms of the controllables, you wonder, has he actually pitched that much better?
I think I hear a little regression song coming.
That's line to left, and Edman got a good jump. Regression session, what's your question?
So there's baseball in a nutshell, as they say.
Yeah.
Carson last time hits that little blooper to right for a knock. This time he squares it up and he's out.
Michael Busch with 2 outs here in the last of the third. Cubs lead at 3-1. Pete Crow Armstrong is homered, and he's knocked in 2 of the 3 runs. Great to visit with Kevin Gausman. Lauer.
Yeah, we've had a nice run up here. We had Jed Hoyer.
Monster.
Cookie Monster. Gauzy.
Two and two now on Michael Busch. Grounded to second his first time up. Lauer ready. Here it comes. That's drilled center field. Pages on the move, back and looking off the top of the wall. Busch sprinting for second, and Michael's got a double. just missed getting out of here.
Yeah, Cubs getting some good licks at Lauer here. Kelly smokes that line drive to left. Bushy just misses a home run. He'll settle for the double. So home run, 3 doubles for the Cubs here. And we're not through 3 yet. That one just below the basket. Yeah, one more donut this morning, and he knocks that one out of here.
Pitch in for a strike to Nico Hoerner. Hoerner singled his first time. Nico 298 this year against lefties. Since the start of last year, 336 against southpaws. That's the 3rd best average in the majors against lefties over that stretch. Only Shea Langoliers and Andrew Vaughn have been better.
There's been a power surge from Nico here lately. After going a long time between home runs, he's hit 3 here in the last 9 or 10 games. Last night, Edwin Diaz, he got a cement mixer, blasted it to left. Gauntlet of love. And there you go. First 23 games, he had 4 home runs, and we're like, hey, this is going to be a big year in the power department for Nico. And then it dried up on him. Did not homer again in the next 80 games. And he has discovered something, perhaps.
Bush at second, 2 down. Lauer ready, so's Nico. And the lefty gets Hoerner, and a strikeout ends the inning. Cubs leave a man. We'll move to the 4th, 3-1.
ERA in baseball, and when you ask him about it, he might give you a surprising answer, because I did, and he said, look, it corresponds to when I decided to change the background on my phone. So let me show you the background on his phone. There's Shota. There's his phone on the right of your screen, and we're going to give you an up-close and personal look. It is a photo of Ben Brown on the training table. So how this happened, Ben just stole Shota's phone, took this photo, thought it was funny. Shota also thought it was funny, put it as the background on his phone, and then he said, my body changed. I just started rolling. So now he calls him Lucky Benjamin, Boog.
So that is, if you're wondering what's been happening the last 9, it's the photo of Lucky Benjamin.
So I do have to tell the background on this story. Him and I, through Edwin, were actually talking about this journal in his locker. And I asked him, well, can I take a photo of the journal so I can tell people about it? He goes, oh, no, I have something better. Then pulls up his phone to tell me the whole story.
Line drive to the left. Betts with a single and a man aboard, and Mookie 2 for 2. So he had an idea that you were fishing for something interesting, and was basically like, no, not the journal. That's boring.
And that's what makes him so great, is he understands what we find to be funny.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to lie, I laughed. And interesting, yes. And then it's the best, because we have to translate through Edwin. There's always a delayed response. So Edwin says something, I laugh. And, you know, there's about a 5 to 10 second gap there through the translation, and it's always a good time.
I was having a bad hair day, like I do most days, and he walked up to me and then said something to Edwin, and then Edwin looked at me and said, windy out? Edwin Stanbury, who does a magnificent job as the interpreter, tolerates all our questions. Showed it too, for that matter. Muncy back in 0-2. Imanaga ready. Swing and a miss. And Muncy is gone.
Second time he has punched out the slugger, and he made that commitment to the split finger pitch, and he got out some dandies. Brought him to a knee.
Miguel Rojas, 1 for 1, getting the start at second base. .37 now. Rojas, by the way, so he debuted in 2014. He's one of the first guys I remember wearing spikes that had some flair to him. He worked with a guy in Miami that would make Jordan 1s and cool looking sort of basketball type spikes. And now, yeah, everybody does it. Got a little green on there. Mookie's got some cool spikes too. The 1-2. Yeah, those are Mookie's. I mean, those look like, yeah, Jordan 1 basketballs, Jordan 1 lows. One out, man at first, 1-2. Imanaga deals, and Rojas spoils it.
Well, I'd love to get a ground ball here, good double play, and get out of the inning, but there hasn't been a ground ball out in this game from Shota. All the outs have either been a strikeout or in the air.
And a breaking ball misses. Cubs with 3 runs on 6 hits. Dodgers 1 run on 6 hits.
Dodgers have lost 5 in a row for the first time all year. And back-to-back series for only the second time.
The heck's going on over there? Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And Rojas is gone. That's a half dozen strikeouts for Shota.
Goes right back to that split finger pitch. Rojas baffled.
There's Hunter Fiducia now. Ball 1, no strikes on the catcher.
As this game has progressed, he's gotten better just in terms of fastball command, and that's what sets everything up. Good crisp tempo.
On the ground, Horner takes in the hop and throws him out. They'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Cubs lead it. And how about most pitches faced this season? The whole year, Craig Counsell's team has seen 17,848 of them. The most, more than Pittsburgh, 17,643, or the Brewers, or even the Dodgers. It's a lot of pitches.
Yeah, I would have guessed, somewhere in the 15,423 range.
I had 17.2, and I was just under. What about most base runners? Cubs could use some more base runners. Cubs have had the most, 1,522. Hit, walk, hit by pitch. That's entering today. And again, powered by CDW and Microsoft. It's a lot of base runners, Jim.
That's a lot of traffic. Coming into play today, Cubs averaging 5.13 runs per game, second only to the Washington Nationals, who we'll see on this upcoming road trip. And just behind the Cubs, the surprising Pittsburgh Pirates, and then the Dodgers.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, look, Abrams and Wood have been sensational. I did not think that was a lineup that was going to lead the majors in runs per game.
Nationals also lead the big leagues in home runs. Now those are the two lead dogs, but Dalen Lyles hit 14 home runs.
On the ground to third, Muncy picks it up. And Happ is out, one away. Well, it's time now to play Mound Ball presented by Tasty Trade. If the ball stays on the mound, Cubs season ticket holder Kevin Haycheck wins the $5,000 Tasty Trade jackpot, and he won! Congrats to Kevin for winning today's edition of Mound Ball presented by Tasty Trade Stocks, Options, Futures, Crypto. Smooch.
Yeah. Dinner's on Kevin, everybody.
$5,000.
It's tied for the biggest jackpot of the year. That one dirt clod saved the day. That ball was going to roll off.
That's right. Eric Backus knows what he's doing.
That one right there.
That's the clump.
If I had a telestrator, I'd circle it. Oh, the other guy, Luis Garcia Jr., putting up huge numbers, but now he's a Yankee. Cubs will catch a break with Garcia gone.
Popped up. Fiducia gives way to Freeman. And Freddie makes the catch, and there's two away.
Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of big jackpots, today's the last day to get your Cubs Charities 50-50 raffle ticket. Current jackpot is, well, you're not going to believe it when you see it. Get your ticket now through the end of the game at Cubs.com/raffle. It's a tease. I'm going to let you know.
How much?
More from a raffle ambassador through the 8th.
What?
It's over $400,000. Can't win if you don't play.
They're dressed in yellow. Please say hello. Give me your credit card. Tyrone Taylor now.
There's been at least one hit in every half inning of this ball game. The addition of Taylor makes it a little bit more comfortable for Craig Counsell to get PCA off his feet for a day and just let him DH.
Now, Jim.
Yeah. Yes, John.
Not to be disagreeable, it appears Pete's on his feet.
Yeah, less so than when he's playing center field. You know, the first time up he just jogged because he hit it in the seats.
Left field hooking. I'm sorry.
No, you made a valid point.
Pete Crow Armstrong currently
on his feet.
On his feet. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Tyrone Taylor trying to reach and extend the inning and turn over the lineup to Pete Crow Armstrong, who's on his feet. Line drive, base hit, left field. And a single for Tyrone Taylor, his first hit as a Cub.
Talked about how well he's done against left-handed pitching this year. Good swing here. Floats one up there in the middle of the zone.
First one to Pete. Swing and a miss. Time now for the advanced metrics powered by Nissan. Shop NissanUSA.com. Since May 30th, in terms of wins above replacement, I mean, he's kind of lapped the field. And that, yes, is Ohtani combined pitching and hitting. The 1-1. High fly ball, right field. That's back on its way out of here. Off the big board in right. Second of the day, PCA. And the Cubs extend their lead. It's 5-1, and he's having a day.
And not a lot of experience as a designated hitter, but it doesn't matter. He is absolutely locked in. He gets his third look at Lauer here this afternoon. He's absolutely owned him. Home run, double, home run way up off the video board. This home run brought to you by Hefty strength you can trust.
He's knocked in 4. I'll give Craig Counsell the credit. It was probably 2 weeks ago when he said Pete is the best player playing the field. What an amazing season he is putting together. First time in his career with 2 homers in the same game off of lefties. I mean, I would bet you that happens less than 5 times a year, right? In the whole league? 2 homers in a game off of lefties.
Left on left, yeah.
Line drive over the leaping Muncy, and that'll head towards the corner. Suzuki is into second, takes the turn. He's extended his on-base streak to 23 in a row.
Went down towards the end of the bat a little bit, but still hit on a line. He lined out to short last time he was up there, and this time it's a 2-base hit. Mark Pryor out to the mound to chat with the left-hander. I assume the Dodgers are going to get that bullpen going. This one could get out of hand in a hurry here the way things are going.
Josh Bard just tossed the baseball to Edgardo Enriquez. So the hard-throwing righty will get up. Mark Pryor heading back to the dugout now. Eight times this year, a lefty has hit 2 homers off of lefties. And Michael Conforto, one of those guys. Bregman, line drive, base hit, left field. Here's Suzuki around third, on his way to the plate. He's in. Bregman, the RBI single, and the Cubs lead it 6-1 here, last to the 4th.
Well, they dropped the 10 spot on the Dodgers in game 1 of this series. 5 more last night, and more damage here today. That's the 4th hit of the inning. All of this coming after 2 were out. Taylor singles, PCA home run, Suzuki double, and now Bregman the RBI knock.
Carson Kelly 1 for 2 with a single.
You see that shot we just had of Freddie smiling there talking with Bregman?
Yes.
When I was pitching, that would have drove me nuts.
Is that right?
Oh my God.
If your first baseman was chatting it up that way and smiling.
Yeah, we're not having fun here, fellas. I'm getting my brains bashed in. I mean, it's irrational, but
yes,
that's what happens in the heat of battle.
Cubs 6 runs on 10 hits. I love when you're get off my lawn guy.
Even with the lefty on deck and Michael Busch, this might be Lauer's last hitter regardless.
Kelly fouls it back.
He's a hanger.
JD, what are some of the other things that the overall fraternization is?
Oh yeah, that's changed.
Yeah. And now Lauer will step off the backside of the rubber and push the buttons on the pitch com.
It's become a more civilized game, Boog.
Yes.
I don't say that as a critique or that it was better back in the day. It's
yes.
When's the last time you saw somebody charge the mound? I don't see that very much anymore.
No.
Pitchers knocking guys down, taking umbrage.
There's just less umbrage.
Less umbrage.
3-2.
Now the Mets just called up a guy. That's going to be fun to watch him. This kid.
The thought is amazing. Go ahead.
His name escapes me. Jeffrey Yan. He does the splits like that after every strikeout. There's a leaping split.
Watch this.
Yee! Please don't stop doing that, Jeffrey.
Oh my gosh! Keep doing that. Line drive, base hit left field. Edman picks it up, fires it back in.
Well, here we go. The Cubs just continue to Drop the head. How far did it fly? Brought to you by American Airlines PCA, but not one but two home runs. Let's add them up, shall we? 825 feet of combined long balls from PCA today. We're only in the fourth inning, folks. I think he's going to go for a grand. He's going to go for 1,000 feet plus today. Maybe 1,200, 1,500, something like that.
I think he likes being the DH.
Yeah.
Two on, two out for Michael Busch.
Oh, yeah, he's over 1,000 feet with his double. Eric Lauer's got to be, his head has to be spinning out there. 2 outs, 2 quick outs to start this fourth inning. And now he's like a prize fighter backed into a corner, just taking one blow after another, waiting for that bell to ring.
Bregman at second. Kelly at first. Lauer the 2-1. Popped up. And that one gets out of play. Max Muncy and Quentin Berry almost had a
get tangled up there a little bit.
Collision there. Two and two. And Lauer ready. And he deals.
Pretty good take right there by Michael. That pitch was close.
It wasn't really that close. He was kind of coaching third, like in the dugout right now. Fly ball left field. Edman is there to make the grab. And the inning is over. The Cubs pick up 3. PCA goes deep. Sports app for all the top highlights, interviews, and must-watch moments all season long. Presented by Jeff Vukovich, your local Nationwide insurance agent. Visit jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. Flying high are the Chicago Cubs. Top 6-1, looking for a sweep, and Shota Imanaga back to work and facing Shohei Ohtani.
Shota working with a nice cushion now, 5-run lead. Fastball command early on was a little spotty, but as this game has progressed, he's gotten sharper and sharper.
And a swing and a miss. Reached out and pokes it into center.
This ball looks like it's outside part of the plate. He has such plate coverage. He's so long and strong. A little flick of the wrist sends that ball to center field.
Breaking ball in there for a strike to Pages.
Cubs are in this stretch of 17 consecutive days without a day off. They'll finally catch one on Monday in D.C. after the the weekend in Kansas City. Tomorrow's the makeup game against the Blue Jays, and the Jays will send Dylan Cease to the mound. So in the span of what, 6 days, 5 days, we get Fried, Cole, Skubal, and Cease.
Yeah.
Yeah, we faced a lot of frontline pitching here lately.
No doubt. The 2-1. Taylor back and hauls it in.
Wherever life takes you,
whenever you need us,
we're your advocate.
Advocate Healthcare.
Freeman check swing and a foul.
Knobbed him.
Knobbed wow.
Him. Tell Shota's been putting in some work on that pickoff move. He's gone over there a lot more this year than I think in the past. A little more deceptive than what we used to see. He may have gone to the Matthew Boyd school of pickoff moves.
He does that hang the right leg in the air type deal.
Not easy to do. He's a good athlete, Shota.
In the air out towards left center field, into the gap, and Taylor runs it down. That's a heck of a play. Tyrone Taylor, he and Ian Happ almost collide out there.
Yeah, obviously not a lot of experience playing together, these two guys, and great concentration by Taylor. Happ's not going to yield until he knows for sure Tyrone's going to be there to make the play. So just one of those tweeners. And at the very last second, Ian able to take evasive action.
And now it's Tommy Edman with 2 down and a man at first. Edman dribbles at foul.
And a lot of plays, a lot of times on plays like that, the thinking is, well, it's a lack of communication. Sometimes communication doesn't help. You got two guys with kind of an equal shot at a ball like that. Both are running hard, tracking the baseball. And nobody can really call it with conviction until they know for sure that they can make the play on the ball.
They also can't always hear one another.
Yeah,
that's
sure.
One of the things I think that the average fan loses the concept when you're playing in front of 40,000 people. The old I got it on the Little League field, it doesn't
work.
That one up the middle. Horner across his body, safe at first. Oh, close play.
And no challenge coming from Craig Counsell. Nico almost able to make a play on his former college teammate. Oh, Edmund lunging for the wire there. Boy, that's dangerous.
Tommy.
You can see a guy blowing out a hammy or an ankle.
Careful, man.
I think sometimes when ball players are getting booed or they're going through a real rough time, They need to be like that show Severance. You familiar with Severance, Boog?
Vaguely. Help me.
They have their work life and their real life.
Yeah.
And like after work, they get in this elevator, and when they come up the elevator, they forget everything that happened at work.
Yeah.
And conversely, when they go down the elevator, they forget. So if you're a player that's getting booed all the time, you'd want to ride the elevator. Yeah.
Into center, long run, Taylor, and he makes the catch. Shota Imanaga, 5 solid innings here today, and the Cubs have a 6-1 advantage.
Offense. Cubs 11 hits already here this afternoon. Line drives flying all over the ballpark, and on occasion flying out of the ballpark. Everybody in the lineup has at least one hit except for Ian Happ, but he'll get his turn here in short order. It'll be a new guy into the game, though, for the Dodgers. Pitching change brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. And that guy is Edgardo Enriquez. We saw him game 1 of this series. Hard thrower, 100-mile-an-hour fastball. 44th appearance. 3.27 ERA.
Pitch in for a strike to Nico. Kike Hernandez is into the game and takes over at first base.
Like something's going on with Freeman after that up and in pitch with the knob of his bat. Too early in the game to wave the white flag if you're Dave Roberts.
Maybe they're just trying to flood the field with Hernandez's.
It could be, yeah.
Trying to distract us.
Yep. You got the Enriquez. One of 3 Hernandez now into the ball game.
Yeah.
Teoscar over there on the bench and Jonathan out in the bullpen.
Yeah. Little dribbler, third base side. Enriquez can't make the play, nor can Muncy. And Nico has a knock.
Nico had an RBI single in the game last night. He beat the ball right off home plate and took a big high bounce. The do or die play there for Muncy. I don't think he's going to get Nico if he gets it anyway. They'll make it a dozen knocks for the Cubs. Ian's walk-up song I just read on the board is "Lose Control."
He's got a couple of them.
Yeah, for this at bat. It's somewhat ironic, right? Because you don't think of Ian Happ as losing control. In any facet.
No.
Kid Enriquez, 24 years old, just 25 appearances prior to this season in the big leagues. Obviously a big arm. Chance to turn into an elite reliever, and needs to harness his stuff a little bit. The walk rate's a little too high. .44 innings this year. He's allowed just 1 home run. Dodger bullpen has been just so-so this year. They've recently got Edwin Diaz back off the IL, so he certainly has a chance to be a real difference maker.
Swing and a miss. Happ threw that one at 100. And there's one down.
Eric Lauer, the starter, went 4 innings, allowed 6 runs on 11 hits. Didn't walk anybody. 1 strikeout. Just 2 strikeouts by Cub hitters here this afternoon.
Dansby 1 out of 2 with that RBI double. The Cubs as a team don't strike out a ton. We've documented over and over how much they walk. Gets away from Fiducia.
It's got to be a tough kind of catch. You throw so hard and you're kind of inconsistent with the command. Not Fiducia's best effort on this one. Probably a wild pitch, but one that he probably should have been able to knock down.
Blockable.
Blockable.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
JD, how about card 1?
Yeah, well, here's what it says. The Cardinals come to town Friday, August 14th for the start of a 3-game series. The tickets are still available at Cubs.com/tickets. I believe that's the weekend of the Aaron Waters show. And always a fun time to be at Wrigley when that's going on.
It is that weekend.
Call the ball. Catcher's challenge.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Strike 3.
Did he just say strike 3?
He did.
I feel like he did like sort of a call there. I feel like we normally get calls
overturned. Yeah,
it's a strike. And I was advocating for the umpires, if it's a 3rd strike, to use their call, but not against us.
Ring him up unless it's a Cub.
That's right. The 0-1 inside, it hit him, and Taylor will take his base.
I think he got the arm guard. Cubs with 12 hits here. We're not through the 5th inning. That's a season high, 12 hits in the first 5 innings of a game. And got an upper arm. Well, let's see what PCA has in store for us this time. long history of the Chicago Cubs. Most multi-home run games before turning 25. PCA is the leader of the pack. Monsanto, Riz, and KB.
Foul back our way. Pete does not turn 25 until March 25th. And he's got a tattoo on his right bicep. 25, and that is kind of a double meaning tattoo, but both he and his mom are born on the 25th. He's born on March 25th and his mom on August 25th. Also, my mom's born on August 25th, so if you feel like doing some shopping.
Yeah. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Tyler Ferguson in for Shota Imanaga. Big righty pitching for the 17th time. 15 innings and ERA right at 6. Shota gave up that leadoff home run to Ohtani. That's the only run he allowed. He did allow 8 hits. Pitched out of some jams as he got through 5 innings here this afternoon. In position to pick up win number 8. Betts has been good. He's 2 for 2 here this afternoon.
Line drive over the leaping Dansby Swanson. And Mookie Betts is 3 for 3 with 3 lasers.
The Dodgers kind of scuffling here offensively for a good while now. If they get Betts going, they get Tucker going, that could change the narrative.
I did, by the way, in case you were wondering. You probably weren't. But I did talk to Tyler Ferguson about coming out to Fergalicious.
And?
Not a fan.
No.
I think he said in college and in the minors it was tried a couple of times, and he said it did not go well. So that's that.
That was worth a shot, Boog.
Yeah, it was.
Tyler recorded 1 out in the ball game last night. Third of an inning on just 2 pitches.
Line drive right field. Suzuki right there. Cubs bullpen entering today 13 2/3 innings, 6 hits, no extra base hits, and no runs allowed. Pretty great.
Last night it was Rollison, Ferguson, Zephyr-John, and Webb. 10 up, 10 down to finish off that game.
JD, that last graphic, the headline was "What a relief!"
Yep.
Exclamation point. You feel like we needed the exclamation point?
It adds a little something.
I believe we just lost Kampka for the day. I believe. Christopher, I love you. We all. That's it. We're just getting that. That's Kampka's just taking over the truck. Chris Kampka's got some sneaky celebrity, by the way. Just for in terms of like on Twitter and just following and people knowing him and nuggets, the amount of times I've been in the presence of Kampka where he gets introduced to a broadcaster and the response is, "Oh, you're Chris Kampka."
Yes.
Yeah.
You hear that a lot.
No doubt. He makes the magic happen with the ideas, the graphics. Rojas down on strikes, and Ferguson gets him.
No food up there. Not for Rojas.
Fiducia fouls one away. Cubs have out-hit the Dodgers 12-9, bidding to sweep LA here at Wrigley. Betts at first. And now it's 0-2.
Brewers play the Pirates later on tonight. Cubs 5.5 games behind. Milwaukee coming into play here today.
Center field, Tyrone Taylor's been busy today. Makes the catch, and Ferguson pitches around a leadoff single. That guy right there, Chris Kampka. Make who? Me? You. You make the magic. We love you, buddy.
Strongly encourage the use of all public transportation, especially CTA buses and trains, when traveling to Wrigley Field. For all games, the Cubs offer a free bike valet service that's located by the Addison Red Line station. For details, visit Cubs.com/transportation.
We're going to get a new one of those. One on our doors fading, but we have one where we're in the windows, where there's like a
riding the train.
Yeah, there's a painted version of us. Well, that's not Kyle Hurt. That's Kyle Hurt. Pitching change is brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Kyle Hurt.
Kyle Hurt, fastball slider change. 35 1/3, 458. Ooh, there's a good change. Yeah, he likes it a lot. Throws that 35% of the time. Big broad shoulder right-hander, 6'3", 240. Gives off Don Drysdale vibes out there. Or not.
The 1-2. It's fouled back.
Comes from a football family. Kyle does. His dad played football at Ole Miss, and his grandfather played at the University of Tampa. Also played in the NFL for a year.
Here's a 1-2. Oh boy. Everybody all right?
Not a lot of room in the foxhole to
Yeah, you're not kidding.
move around.
A 1-2. Swing and a miss. Time now for the AutoZone Road Ahead upcoming schedule, and well, still to come tomorrow, that makeup game of the rainout against the Blue Jays, 1:20 right here on Marquee, and then 3 in Kansas City Friday, Saturday, Sunday, off day Monday, then to our nation's capital, and then we're back for the Cardinals and the Sox.
Blue Jays are in Houston playing the Astros. They're in the 8th inning, tied 3-3. So they'll get in here at a reasonable hour tonight.
On the ground to third, Muncy to a knee and throws him out.
Do you think this kid, when he was growing up, his friends called him the Big Hurt?
I don't know. Center field, Pages.
And now, deep thoughts.
Shots from our Megalodon camera powered by Nissan. Visit NissanUSA.com or your local dealer. Tyler Ferguson as he continues on the hill. Big day yesterday. Everyone was rushing to see Cookie Monster.
Yeah. I was a little starstruck, and I'd met Cookie Monster once before.
I know.
It was a few years ago, and yeah.
This is the 4th time Ohtani has led off. By the way, Coop just dug up a really random stat, but this is true. This is the first game in Major League history where each team hits a left-on-left leadoff homer. It had never happened before.
I'm just impressed that that's something you can look up.
Also, we talked about August 25th being Pete Crow Armstrong's mom's birthday, Ashley Crow, and my mom's birthday. It's also Doug Glanville's birthday, August 25th. So again,
coming up, it's right around the corner.
You got 20 days. Swing and a miss, and Ferguson gets Ohtani. All right, check out Cookie Monster. I mean, they were lined up. They love him.
Yeah.
They love Cookie Monster. Yeah, and then we interviewed him.
Gets me rubbed on.
Yeah.
Just crushes those cookies.
Yeah, he does. I mean, crushes them.
By the way.
Where'd you get that from?
T-Mac. We had some.
Don't worry about it.
We had some of the winning cookies up here from yesterday's competition.
Did you steal those?
I did. What are you going to do about it?
I mean, at this juncture, it would appear very little. She's a cookie stealer.
Get her some milk. You need some milk.
I'm a chocolate chip cookie lover.
Are you?
Yeah. Ask JD, he knows.
Yeah, I got a text from Joy yesterday, our flight coordinator.
Yeah.
We travel, and Joy knows what everybody eats and drinks. And once she saw Cookie Monster up here, she sent me a text. She said, "I think Taylor likes chocolate chip cookies more than Cookie Monster." And she was wondering if Taylor was going to have an opportunity to meet Cookie Monster.
Taylor, did you have a chance to meet the Cookie Monster?
Unfortunately, no. He ran away. He knew I was going to steal all his cookies.
Two and two on Andy Pages. Pages got a single sandwich between a couple of flyouts to center.
The Dodgers have had good at bats today. They've got 9 hits. They've hit the ball hard. They had a couple balls just missed flying out of here. This could be a different feel altogether. Still a comfortable 5-run lead for the Cubs as we work through the into the later innings here.
Oh,
look out!
Did that get the manager?
The manager went leaping. The manager's okay. Well, this will be good from this shot. Oh, he lost his balance.
Yeah, that 55-year-old body does not move like it used to. Way to go, ones.
He still has a little bounce.
Yeah, he does. Swing and a miss. And down goes Pages. I'll show you. Try and hit my manager.
Well, back-to-back punch-outs now for Tyler Ferguson. Going up top.
Here's Kike Hernandez now. Came on defensively to take over for Freddie Freeman and takes outside. Center field, Taylor is there. He's got it. And we're midway in the 7th. Time to stretch. 7th-inning stretch brought to you by Budweiser. For 150 years, this Bud's for you.
Today's guest conductors for Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Women's Pro Baseball League players Jada Lee, Kylie Launders, Alexia George, and Jordan Eister.
All right, Cubs fans, let me hear ya. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. Root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're
2027 All-Star Game at Wrigley with new novelties and accessories from Ivy Shop. Shop the collection at ivyshop.com or in-store at the Cubs store at Gallagher Way.
That's cool. I like it. Alex Call into the game and will take over in center field. As Hurt delivers a strike to Michael Busch. That's drilled out towards center field and a base hit. So Busch with his second hit of the day.
Hey folks, don't forget we're coming down to the wire here on this 50-50 raffle, and the jackpot continues to grow. Now up over $470,000. Encourage you to jump on. Cubs.com/raffle for those of you here in Illinois.
It's moving towards $500,000.
Yeah, it is.
That's drilled left field towards the corner. It'll touch down and bang up against the basket and then underneath. And Busch is in to score. It's 7-1. Nico with an RBI double.
There's no slowing down this Cub lineup here this afternoon. Make it a baker's dozen. Well, make it 14 hits, as a matter of fact. Insurance runs are brought to you by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and People's strategy partner. Dave Roberts out to have a chat with Eric Backus. The umpires are going to get together. The Edmund out there in left field throwing his arms up to say that ball's out of play, but it spit back out of the ivy. Laz Diaz ruled that it was in play.
Los Angeles is challenging the dead ball in left field.
So if this is ruled a dead ball, then Bushy only gets to third base. Edmund throws his hands up, but it's the umpire's call, right? And then it rolls out and he plays it. So I think that ball's in play.
I would say. I mean, that's a great example of they're taking a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours in Northwestern Medicine. I don't have the foggiest idea of what they're looking at. Like, is there an amount of time it disappears into the ivy?
Yeah, is there like some kind of a 3-second rule?
Right.
No, I think it's just strictly an umpire's judgment.
After review, the call's been confirmed. The ball is live and in play. Los Angeles loses their challenge.
Didn't quite make out what last said. That the ball is what?
Live and in play.
Live and in play, yeah.
You are looking live.
A 3-hit day for Nico.
Yeah, there's a strike. Happ trying to find his groove, getting the start in left today. Taylor the start in center, and Ian 0 for 3.
struck out Ian last time with a high fastball. That was when Enriquez was in the game. It was 100 miles an hour. This kid doesn't quite have the giddy up on his heater. I mean, it's a good one. And that 97.
Happ is gone. Dansby takes up and in. Swanson had 3 hits last night and an RBI double and a run scored his first time up. We were showing how, Nico got off to the hot start in the power department and then had the homerless stretch. Dansby ended a 25-game homerless streak. On the ground towards third, off the glove of Muncy. Everybody's safe. And it'll go E5, I think. You think?
Yeah, I mean, a tough play. Tricky little hop he has to contend with here, but.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's getting him there. It'll be E5. Dave Roberts had Jonathan Hernandez up. And he's going to make the pitching change. Cubs lead at 7-1.
They're still deciding what's next for Hobie, and then Cabrera, you're looking at probably another outing as well. But then you think about Cabrera getting healthy, Boog, and you think, well, where does he fit into this rotation? And Craig Counsell before the game saying, look, there's competition in this starting rotation right now. That's a good thing. You just need as many good arms as possible, and everything will work itself out.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, there's going to hopefully end up being a logjam, but at the moment,
somebody's going to end up down in AAA that doesn't want to be in AAA.
Yes.
He's going to end up in the bullpen, perhaps, that doesn't want to be in the bullpen. But when you're trying to do big things and you make moves, improve your roster, you guys are going to suffer because of it.
Taylor lifts that in the air left field where Edman pulls it down.
Drum roll, please. We're now over $500,000 in the 50-50 raffle.
Wow.
I feel like Jerry Lewis on Labor Day weekend.
I think Big Cat from Barstool's won it a couple of times.
Won the 50-50?
Yeah.
More than once?
I believe so. Popped up on the infield, Max Muncy. And PCA retired. We'll head to the 8th. Cubs with the lead. Shota Imanaga, a solid 5 innings, gave up the 1 earned on the homer to Ohtani. Pete Crow Armstrong, another huge day. 3 hits, 2 homers. He's knocked in 4, and here we are.
Caleb Thielbar time for the 40th time. Lefty's sporting the 3.97 ERA for 34 innings of work. Cubs looking to go season high 17 games over 500.
Tommy Edman, and a curveball misses low. Edman with the positional versatility, you can play him, I mean, really all over the infield and the outfield. On the ground, look out Dino Ebel. Look out Cubs dugout.
Edman probably thought he was going to see a little spin there on that one.
2-2. Edman, then Tucker, and then Betts.
Mentioned earlier that the Cubs are trailing the Brewers by 5.5 games. Feels like they've been sitting right around there for the longest time.
Yeah, it does.
The last time they were within 4 games of Milwaukee was back on May 30th.
Wow. Fly ball left field. Ian Happ out number 1.
Cubs play 7 games against Milwaukee in a 10-day period starting August 31st. And if the Cubs could get within, say, 3 or 4 games of the Brewers by then, that would be really interesting as the boos rain down yet again on Kyle.
By the way, we were talking about the trip to D.C. James Wood just went on the IL with an oblique.
So Garcia traded, Wood to the IL. That's good news for not for the Nats. The probables tonight in that Pirate Brewer matchup: Paul Skeens and Kyle Harrison back off the IL. Skeens been scuffling here lately.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss.
Well, Kyle Tucker was good last year, first half. He made it look so easy.
Yeah.
And just like he was hitting the ball on the screws,
no doubt,
2 or 3 times a night. Like that.
Yep.
Just a good, smooth pass at it here from Kyle. Dodgers now with 10 hits. There's been 24 hits in this game, 8 runs scored. There hasn't been a single walk issued here by either side today. This dude.
Yeah, he's
locked in, huh?
Starting to feel a little better.
Good grief. He just hung out 4 ropes here today. 4 for 4 for Betts. Dodgers showing a little fight here in the 8th.
So 2 on and 1 out in Muncie. Went too far that time.
A 4 for 4 day for Mookie Betts today. His batting average has jumped 11 points. Hard to get that big of a jump this time of the year.
High fly ball right field. That's back, and Suzuki will watch it go. It's a towering homer for Max Muncy, and now 7-4, his 22nd of the year. That was as high as it was far.
Yeah, usually you see a ball with this trajectory. Watch his eyes, how he looks up. High to hit that ball. You don't think it's going to have enough carry to get out of here, but he is strong. Maybe a little helping wind in that direction as well. Long balls have been an issue for Caleb. You can see he's clearly frustrated. Watch his eyes. Some serious launch angle there.
43 degrees. How many homers do you think have been hit this year with a higher launch angle than that?
7.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't have the answer.
Probably not many.
The answer is 13.
13, okay. Somebody always has the answer.
Well, it's usually Cooper Kamka.
Well, now we got a little drama here.
Drama.
There's a new guy. And Zephyr John cranking it up. Made his Cub debut last night.
Out into left center field. His Happ will pick it up. And with a perfectly accurate throw, what else is new? Will hold Rojas to a single.
Well, anxious times over there in the home dugout. Craig Counsell trying to get Carson Kelly's attention to go out and talk to Thielbar, maybe buy a little time. Wants to make sure that waiting to make sure that Teoscar Hernandez is announced. I don't know if Zephyr John has had enough time to get ready or not. Yeah, so here comes the conversation. Slow stroll by Carson.
Yeah, you're not kidding. And again, remember, there's a man at first, Teoscar Hernandez being announced, and remember who's in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, these guys in the modern bullpen, they know how to get cranked up in a hurry.
Thielbar out, Zephyr John in, and we'll be back with the new pitcher.
At MLBshop.com, from official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Cubs, the official source for your Cubs gear.
Yes, good waivers. Swing and a miss from Teoscar Hernandez as Zephyr John beats him with a fastball.
And 96 miles an hour, maybe a little cut on it. 3 up, 3 down, 9 pitches in his Cub debut last night. Stuff is real. He'll touch 100 miles an hour with that fastball. Opposing hitters batting .085 on that 4-seamer.
One out, man at first. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Zephyr eats up Teoscar Hernandez, 2 away.
Yeah, he threw a couple of nasty sweepers last night. Here's another one. Hernandez. This is by a wide margin. That's 10 strikeouts for the Cubs today. Help AbbVie Striking Out Cancer Initiative. AbbVie, people, passion, possibilities. $241 for every strikeout. That's 10 punches for the Cubs this afternoon.
First one to Ohtani, misses. Rojas at first, 2 away. Cubs up 7-4. There's a strike. Here's a 2-1. Happ is back, and that one is gone. Ohtani the other way, and that will draw the Dodgers within 1 as he'll finish his trot. He just reached out and poked it.
Yeah, that's the issue with Ohtani. He's so strong. Obviously a big, strong guy, long arms. You want to be able to tie up inside, but you can't just pitch him one way. So he tries a little backdoor slider here, and again, it's a flick of the wrist, but enough to get it out of here, barely. What a nightmare that guy is.
And now Zephyr deals inside to Alex Call. So from 7-1 to 7-6. And that hit him.
Tell me, how if you're going to come out and just try to calm everything down here a little bit. It's Kike Hernandez in the box, not Freddie Freeman. Freeman left back in the 5th. His last at bat, there was a pitch that hit the knob of the bat. I don't know if it was then or a swing later on in that sequence, but clearly something bothered Freeman.
Tommy's had his say, and now Zephyr to try and get Kike Hernandez with a man at first and 2 outs.
Ryan Rollison is cranking it up in the Cubs bullpen. Dreyer and Phillips up for the Dodgers.
Zephyr John. The 1-0. Foul back. Shohei Ohtani with 2 homers today. Pete Crow Armstrong 2 homers today. Back and forth they go in the National League MVP race. Cubs had a big lead at 7-1. Hernandez fouls it back. The Dodgers have scored 5 times here in the 8th. And it's now 7-6.
And Slider got away from Zephyr-John a little bit. Up in the zone, a little bit of a hanger. Got away with it. He has had command issues in his career. A lot of walks. Lately, the work has been really good over the last 2-3 weeks. Really cut down on the walks.
Crowd on its feet. The 1-2. And that one is outside, and it gets past Kelly. And down to second is Alex Call. So a wild pitch, and that's not a small thing because a base hit very easily could tie this game.
Any base hit to the outfield will tie the game, and Kelly has no shot at this one.
Right-hander ready. Now the 2-2. And he got him. Dodgers leave a man, score 5 times. We'll go bottom 8. It's 7-6.
That's our Infinity Cutting Edge moment. Experience their luxury SUVs today. The Superstars delivering the goods here this afternoon. Ohtani PCA. 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Couple runs, couple long ones. Tita's batted in 4. Ohtani 3. The first time since 2019, both leadoff hitters had 2 home runs in a game. It has been quite a show from those 2 showmen.
Bottom of the 8th. And the Cubs leading it by a run. It'll be Seiya Suzuki, then Alex Bregman, then Carson Kelly against the right-hander Evan Phillips.
Yeah, spent most of the year on the IL, so just his 11th appearance coming here this afternoon. A trusted veteran guy for Dave Roberts.
Suzuki 1 out of 4 with a double and a run scored. Oh, it's starting to rain, and rain hard.
Ooh, I'm surprised they didn't challenge that one. That was a good looking pitch. Teoscar Hernandez has stayed in and left. Edman slides over to play center, and Rortvedt is now the catcher. Poncho time, people. There are your changes.
Yep.
Highlighted in yellow.
There's Teo. Wow, is it raining? Popped up. Kike Hernandez through the raindrops. Has it.
Let's say some confusion at home plate. I don't think Seiya knew where the baseball was. He thought perhaps he fouled it out of play.
Yeah, that is. I think that's what he thought.
Strike-ish.
Yeah, sort of. Rain continues to fall. And Edman calls off Kyle Tucker.
Jacob Webb finished the ball game for the Cubs last night, and with like a 5-1 lead at the time.
Yeah,
came in, and the hope was, that he didn't throw a ton of pitches, so he'd be available here today. And that's precisely what happened. He got through that one inning with just 12 pitches. In hindsight, that was huge.
Two down, it's Carson Kelly. Line drive, base hit center field. Edman cuts it off. Third hit of the day for Carson Kelly.
He also lined out one time. So a bloop single, line out, and then a couple of singles. 102 miles an hour off the bat. A little moisture out there in the outfield now. This ball skipped a little bit, and Edman had to really get after it to cut it off. Otherwise, it would have been a double for Kelly.
Dave Roberts out of the dugout, takes the baseball. We've got a pitching change. Will take over.
Yeah, with Michael Busch duo up, Dave Roberts brings his left-hander Dreyer out of the bullpen. And he's yielded a 2.96 ERA for 45 2/3. Lefties hit just 182 against him. With very little slug. He's allowed 3 extra base hits to a left-handed batter this year. A couple of home runs and a double. He's faced 85 left-handed batters. So Busch is up against it here.
And there's a strike to Michael Busch.
James Triantos running for Carson Kelly.
So here in the 8th, the Cubs with a man aboard, 2 down. Dreyer deals. Michael today with a pair of hits. Cubs with 3 guys that have as many as 3 hits. Horner, Crow, Armstrong, and Kelly. Popped up Muncy. And makes the catch. Busch is out. We're headed to the 9th. Jacob Webb, come on down. For the Cubs, 6-14-1 for the Dodgers. As we head to the ninth, and Jacob Webb will try and finish this thing off. We've just documented it over and over again how huge this guy has been. He is the linchpin down there in that bullpen.
He's been on a real nice roll. Obviously would be kicking the gut if this one were to get away from the Cubs with that 7-1 lead. "11 different pitchers have worked in this game.
Dodgers are out of position players.
Batters challenging.
It looked like it was a little bit off the outside edge.
Yep. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
The ball.
So now 2-0. Webb. Michael Bush to Webb. Edmonds out.
Well, here comes some good theater. Kyle Tucker in a one-run game.
Tucker with a hit in 4 trips, singled to center in the 8th. And there's the changeup and a swing and a miss.
And Tucker's been pretty aggressive swinging early in this series. We saw fastball out of the hand, and that is the best pitch for Webb, that change of pace. One of the best in the game.
The 1-1. Check swing, roller. Bregman charges. Bare hands. Fires the first in time. He was playing in just a touch.
Yeah, Tucker doesn't hit the ball on the ground on that side very often, so you play in just to kind of take away the chopper, right? Precisely this. This is a little half swing roller. But if he's back, that's a knock.
Webb loving it. And here's Betts, 4 for 4. And a slider for a strike. Cubs lead at 7-6. Dodgers down to their final out. The 1-1.
Cubs have both their challenges left. Dodgers have one. Rather not deal with Max Muncy.
Yeah, I'm with you. 3-1. Out towards left center field. And Happ is there. Ball game. Cubs win. And they sweep the Dodgers.
A little drama here late as the Dodgers score 5 in the 8th. But Jacob Webb, as he's done so often, comes in and slams the door. High fives all the way around for the Cubs. A nice sweep.
Sing that song.
Yes, sing away, folks.
Time now for the Mass Mutual moment. And yeah, those three guys with 3 hits apiece are Mass Mutual moments. How about it?
How about it indeed? PCA, 2 of those hits left the yard. The other one a double. Carson Kelly 3 knocks. Nico Horner's been one of the hottest hitters in baseball here in the second half of the season. Up and down the lineup, Cubs getting contributions here today in support of Shota Imanaga.
So the Cubs now a season high 17 over 500. Get the win, sweep the Dodgers out of town. And the Blue Jays up next. For Jim DeShays, Taylor McGregor, and our entire crew, I'm John Shelby. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Again, the final, Cubs 7, Dodgers 6, and the Cubs sweep the series. Tomorrow, makeup game with the Blue Jays. David Peterson, Dylan Cease, your scheduled starters. And our coverage begins at 12:30. After this short break, Cubs postgame live. Cole Wright, Cliff Floyd. Stick around. They're here after the break.